I'm going to have a look at this kit here, which is the Trumpeter 1/35 scale Russian T-90S Modernized. I just did a video a couple days ago of the Tiger model T90. They referred to it as the 2017 to 2021 production, I believe. This kit here is the equivalent of that kit. It should be the same, basically. One of the things I can notice right now on the box is it has the little shielding over the little guards that go over the headlights. That is different. So we'll have a look at the box here. It's pretty nice box art. And then we have the kit number on the side, which is 5549. They always show you a paint scheme on the side there. Looks like, no, it is 3-colored. And then we have a blurb there, along with the paint scheme. You get some photo etch, and then there's a little Putin, I guess, that comes with it. They used to do, for a little while, they were doing kind of cool things like this, where they were giving you world leaders in kits. I know there's the Meng Abrams tank. It comes with a little Trump, and I've got that kit, and in the future I'll have a look at it. And there's, I'm not sure if it was Meng or not. They had one with a little Putin, and then there was a I can't remember what vehicle it was, and they did with Mao, and I'm not sure if they did a kit with Xi and Kim Jong-il. I'm not sure if they did or not. I thought they did, but if they did, I don't know what tank it comes with. But I like these for just as collector kits. They're kind of neat with the you get like the little bonus world leader figure. I haven't really been through this kit before, so we'll have a look. I just put the instructions at the top. Typical Trumpeter instructions. I've never really had a problem, I don't think, with Trumpeter's instructions. And they give you plenty of steps here. And well, it looks like there's quite a few, if that's parts, it's quite a few parts to the figure. And we'll just have a look and see. Yeah, there's the color callouts here. And they give you multiple different options for paint. So it should be easy to find the color that you actually need. And I'm not going to take these out of the bags because there's quite a few of them. This, I believe, is the machine gun, the automated machine gun. And the front plate there. I think on the Tiger Models kit, I'm not sure if that's the one, it had a different front plate on it, and you had to actually modify it to make it this correct version, which didn't have the little ribs, which I think are like, they were steps or something like that, and you had to remove them on the other kit. This looks pretty decent though. Well, sorry, I had the phone ring. Now I'll go to the hull over here with the sort of like the special parts. Another excellent lower hull. Every single one has been fine. It would be nice to have an actual real picture of a lower and go intricately into see which one is actually the best. So there's that. And the tracks, these are kind of the typical Trumpeter style of T-72 track, how they do that with the separate guide horn there. Which I guess at this point when they were making them, you kind of had to do to get the opening correct in them. And we have the figure here of Putin it looks all right. It looks like maybe a younger Putin, I guess, which is pretty neat. I'm really happy that they included the figure with it. It's nice to get something else in your kit. And all these, I really hate these. This is one feature of the, and it is for a T90. These little, they look like little bolt heads, and what they are is they're little like washers, and they hold down the anti-radiation cladding. And normally they're molded in, but on this one you have to put each one of them in, and it is a super pain doing that. I really wish they would get away from that and stop doing that. And then we have very minimal glass parts. Very minimal. But they look alright. And you got two different, I'm guessing it's two different positions for the gun. They look really nice. And like they're in that soft material, but they look really nice. Sometimes they can get crushed or warped in a weird way, and these ones look really good. They look pretty tough. I'll grab the turret. Oh, the turret is very nice. I'm really happy how they've done this. Just like the Tiger model, it doesn't have much texture. I don't know what the texture actually would look like. And you can see the weld seam is probably a little better to scale in this one. But they don't have the bins. The bins are an add-on, which is excellent. That's how it should be, because if you wanted to do something where they were off for whatever reason, then you have the option of doing it. Okay, so I really like this. I like that feature. It looks alright. And then we have the more photo etched. And I guess we've got bolt heads in here of some kind. In the bin. And then you've got the straps for the various things that go on the fenders, which is way more realistic, but they're kind of a pain to put on. But in the end, they look decent. So those are there, which is kind of different from other kits. And now I'll move into the other parts. Like here's your front half of the upper hull. Again, I'm thinking this is a jig, because that other kit, the Tiger model one, this jig was like they had a separate, that little red thing that was in there. I think that's what that's for. Okay, so that's awesome. It's pretty much the same as the Tiger kit. And they don't have those little cleats. They're either cleats or there's something to put the track together with, like clamps or something. And they haven't done it here, which is nice. Then the side skirting, I like this method of doing it. It should go together easy enough. And there's some, that's kind of weird. They have bolt detail on these, but not these. I'd have to look at the real vehicle, because I'm sure these bolts would be on all of them, but I'd have to look at the real vehicle and see. And here's your storage bins for the turret, which I think that that's how it should be done, because I don't know how many people are going to open them and look at the ammunition. Like, you just want to display your vehicle open, but if you want to do it like the vehicle's in action or whatever, these are going to be closed anyways. But one of them is open at least, so you could have some detail. And your fenders, that looks nice. Okay, so they do include the underside of the fenders then too. It's just the way they've done them is different than the Tiger ones. There's not more fenders, so I guess this is just a universal kind of sheet. And yeah, see, you have to add those little clamps for the I'm not sure if it's radiation cladding or not in this, because I think this is just for wading in the water. These little, I think this is like a seal for the turret when you're in the water, so you don't get water in there, obviously. And another rear plate. can't complain about anything so far, and it's looking a little better than the Tiger kit, honestly. Here's your boxes for the fenders. Oh, there's a big belly plate here. That was not on the Tiger Models kit. It looks like they've upgraded the belly armor on this thing too. So that's a big minus from the Tiger kit. This kit is obviously the better one then, because it's including the proper pieces here. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could buy one of these and stick that piece on the Tiger Models kit. I don't know why. And then they've split the gun. Unfortunately, they've split it in half the opposite way of the other two, the Mang and the Tiger Models kit, where you can hide the seam with those. Yeah, there's not much detail on this barrel. Like, there's no riveting or anything on here. The barrel might be something that's kind of a drawback. You can see rest of the parts here. They look okay. Then what do we have here? We have the, actually I've got a knife here. I'll open this part. And we'll have a look at the bar armor, because it was something I was concerned about on the Tiger model kit, that it was slightly overskilled. So it'll just be 1 second, I'll open these. Okay. These ones seem pretty open too, just like the Tiger model. Actually, if anything, they're probably even more open. So they must be that way in real life then. But everything looks decent. It should be easy enough to cut these off. This is kind of a different way of doing the like the slat armor. How they've molded it like that to get it like precision. But it shouldn't be much to remove it. You can see here how it sits on there. So that looks like a good part. I assume we're getting into some universal parts here with the suspension, and then you've got the split drum, which actually these drums, some of the ones I've seen anyways, they seem to have a seam on them anyways. So having it split like that is not a big deal. And the wheels. Yeah, the wheels have those extra little bolts on them. Very nicely done. And the ribbing, it's not too overdone. Like sometimes they're a little bit overdone by Trumpeter. They look really good. And finally the tracks. And the tracks, I found these actually build quite well, using that separate piece. And they give you like a little jig here. It's kind of more of a guide than a jig, but it's there, and the tracks look pretty nice. This is an excellent kit. I actually, if I looked at the two kits and I would recommend, I would say this kit here is probably the better kit, the Trumpeter one, than the Tiger one. The Tiger one looks like it may be an easier one to build, maybe slightly. So this is the kit here, which is the Trumpeter T-90S Modernized. This is kit 05549, and it looks excellent. I would highly recommend this kit, and I also would probably recommend it over the Tiger Models T90M. So thank you for watching.